Hey, Michelle, how's it going today?
Good. How are you?
Very good, very good. So, Michelle, does it ever take you just a few tries to actually get something right?
Of course. I don't get things right on the first time, just
No.
every time, sometimes of course, but there are those moments when you're trying and something's not working, right?
It's true. It's true. Things take practice. The timing has to be right. So most things don't just happen right away. It takes a few
Yeah.
tries, right? And we're going to share a very special phrase that is native and natural, and our listeners can use it right away. But first, before we share that phrase, Michelle, what should our listeners do right now?
Guys, we want to remind you if you haven't already, wherever you're listening to All Ears English, please hit the follow button so that you never miss anything from us.
Yes, I love it. All right. So, Michelle, what is that phrase then that we can
Okay.
use to say sometimes it takes three tries?
Yep, it's third time's a charm. Um,
Yes.
this is a good one. You'll hear it all the time. Do you use this, Lindsay?
Yeah, I do use this sometimes. I do.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm.
Absolutely.
What does it mean?
It means that you obviously use it when someone has when I guess you can use it in two scenarios. When someone has tried something twice and they're going for their
Mhm.
third try and you're trying to encourage them
Ah, uh-huh.
and you say, "Hey, could happen this time." Actually, you know what? I'm going to edit that. I think it's more after when you see
You
that
think
it's
it's
happened on the third try.
right,
You
right.
could
That's how I
yeah.
think of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
but
mean, it
I
could be
uh-huh.
it could be before just to encourage someone, but I think it's more, "Oh, you got something right on the 3rd try," and,
Mhm.
afterwards you would say it. That's how I feel like
Yes.
I hear it or
Yes.
am more likely to use it.
Exactly. 100%. It's more like they've succeeded. That's the safest
Mhm.
way to use this. And I don't maybe I've been saying this wrong. I usually say third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Third time's the
So,
charm.
I just checked it out again because I started
Okay.
thinking no, so it can be said multiple ways. So it looks like some people say 3rd time's a charm. Sometimes people might say 3rd time's the charm.
Mhm.
I mean, I see there's people ask about which one to say, but
Interesting.
I see both so frequently that I'm gonna say, "Don't worry about it."
Okay.
Um, but I also sometimes hear 3 times a charm. Do you ever hear that?
That one I haven't heard, but it
Oh,
makes
no?
sense. So there's a few
Yeah.
variations on this. Clearly, maybe it depends on your region, your what your family says, your
Yeah.
personality, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
again, maybe there is a specific answer, but I found, evidence of all of these, so
Yeah, and our take on language is human connection, and if people are using all of these, it means that is the language. In many cases,
Mhm.
we're not super strict and to say that everything has one exact right
Yes,
way to say it, right?
right.
Of course, grammar is grammar, and we understand that. But when it comes to phrases, people adapt these for themselves. So who is to
Right.
say that this person is wrong and that person is right with this
Right,
phrase, right? If
right.
we're finding it on the internet, it exists. So that's a good way to think about it, I think.
Right. I think 3 times a charm might be less common. Maybe that's something that I just hear, but, I would say I the one that I'm more likely to say is 3rd times a charm, where
Okay.
you say
I
the charm. So,
Yeah,
anyway,
so
it doesn't
maybe
matter.
maybe in this episode I'll say third time's the charm and you say third time's the charm and it'll be fine. It will be
People can
just fine.
choose their yeah, exactly. So, all right. So let's get back to what it means. So for me, this expression shows some humor and vulnerability,
Mhm.
because you're saying, "Oh, I couldn't get this. Ah, now I got it." So
Yes.
let's do a couple examples. So the
Okay.
first one is, "Ah, I can't get this lock open again. Okay, I'll try once more. Got it. Third time's a charm."
Or here's another one. I passed my exam finally. Third time's the charm, right? So here,
Hmm.
yeah, I agree with you, Michelle. Humor, self-deprecation, vulnerability, because I had to take my exam three times. I'm kind of poking fun at that a little bit when I
Hmm.
say third time's the charm.
Hmm.
I've seen this with when I was 16 with driver's tests, right? When people had to take their driving test over and over again,
Uh-huh,
things
uh-huh.
like that.
Right. Yes, exactly. Also, I'm thinking of like the bar exam
Oh my
for
gosh,
right.
yes, much
Many
harder.
times people have to retake that. Yeah. So, I mean, you can use it to talk about your own efforts, or you can use it to talk about somebody else. So, let's do how it might look in a conversation.
Okay, here we go. I was so exhausted the first 2 classes, but by the 3rd class, I got into the groove.
Nice. Third time's a charm.
Good. Yeah,
Right.
so you're responding and you're commenting here on this person's experience.
Mhm.
And again, this is not about passing a test or not passing a test, but it's about settling into something.
Yeah.
Also applicable, right?
Yes. And let's talk for a second about the tone of voice for it because I think it's said in a very
Yeah.
specific way. Lindsay, it's almost like a little song.
Yeah, third time's the charm, right? I'm
Third
gonna
time's a
add
charm.
the third time's the charm, right? It is a little
Mhm.
sing-songy, isn't it, Michelle?
Yes, exactly, exactly. So, and the other thing is this can be a motivating expression as well. So, Lindsay, I am going to touch on what you brought up at the beginning because I think it is important to bring it up. So, telling someone to keep going, keep
Mm.
trying.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, just if somebody's having a hard time with something, maybe they tried something twice, they might say, try it once more, third time's a charm.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what does
Mhm.
that mean though? A charm or the charm? What is
Third time's the
charm? Like,
charm.
what are
I
we?
mean, I don't know the etymology of the phrase. We don't know what these phrases all go back to something somewhere, so we don't know. But a charm is usually it signifies good luck,
Right, or
right? Or
getting
success.
something right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, right.
Success. Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
almost like charming, I would
Right.
say, like it just something's worked. It's saying something worked on the 3rd time.
Exactly. Exactly. And can we
That's
use
the
this at
idea.
work, Michelle, as well as in our personal lives? Would you use this in a work context? Would you say?
I think it's fine to do that. I would say just whenever you use it, make sure that it's encouraging or if you're comfortable with close colleagues, you could use it in a self-deprecating way, but I wouldn't necessarily say it to your boss. What do you think?
I would because again, if you're there's a little bit of self-deprecation here in some cases or
Right.
just look out for the context.
Right.
Just look out for the context. It could totally be applicable to the work world, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right, Michelle. So other ways to say this, we don't always have to just say third time's the charm. We could say other things
Mhm.
that are a little more straightforward and simple, right?
So we are going to really here talk about the context of encouraging someone,
Okay.
because I think that's important. I think that's good for connection. So we're going to focus on
Yeah,
that for this part of
totally.
the episode. So one thing you could say is keep going. So
Yes. Yes,
don't
I
give
like
up.
that.
Keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, don't give up, keep going. Very straightforward, but also very kind way of supporting someone and letting them know that you're on their side and you want them to
Hmm.
keep pursuing their goal, right?
Hmm.
The next one, you'll get the next one, right? Keep
Hmm.
trying.
Hmm.
You'll get the next one. You'll get the
Hmm.
next one. Okay.
You'll get the
And
next one.
yeah.
Or then switching back a little bit, I finally got it. If you're talking about something that you've been trying for. So you can say, I finally got it.
Yeah, these are all really accessible for our listeners. And I think you're right, Michelle. I think encouraging something is huge, right?
Hmm.
Encouraging
Hmm.
someone, sorry, to keep going for something. I mean, it's such a part of our narrative in American culture to keep going for something, achieving something, setting a goal and going after it. Any
Yeah.
thoughts on that when it comes to connection, Michelle?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're able to express that, especially towards somebody else, that's going to be huge for your connection.
Mhm.
So just this idea of don't give up, and you can still get it. You can still make it happen. Just try one more time, right? I think
Mhm.
that is hugely ingrained in our culture, and so I think if you're able to express that feeling, showing someone that you believe in them, that's really important.
Yeah, that's important. Let's show it all in a little role play conversation here.
Let's do it.
So here we're at a carnival playing a game. Oh, so maybe the basketball game, for
Yeah.
example. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Or whack-a-mole, maybe. All
Oh,
right, here we go. Okay, so you just throw the ball in the basket.
okay. Missed.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh no. Again.
You'll get the next one.
Oh, okay, one more time.
There you go. Third time's the charm.
I finally got it.
Yeah, that game where you just throw basketball after basketball constantly, right? Yeah, that's what
Yes.
we're doing. Okay. Yeah. Fun. All right, Michelle. So here, yeah, I was standing next to you, watching you throw these basketballs and just encouraging you, telling you to keep going, right?
Yes. Yes. So I missed and you said keep going, and then I
Hmm.
missed again and you said
You'll get the next one.
and then I said, "Okay, one more time."
And then you said,
And
I finally got it. Are you good at
and you
that game, Michelle? Would you say?
No, of course
No.
not. Are you?
Okay, I don't know. Maybe you have like a good shot when it comes to
No,
basketball. Who knows? Who
I
knows?
don't.
You
I
know,
don't have a good shot.
yeah, we know. Sometimes you surprise us, Michelle, on the show
Yeah,
and come
I
up
know.
with these
Well,
hidden talents, right? That we don't know
no,
about.
no, no, no. Hand-eye coordination is not one of them.
I see.
But yeah,
Okay.
you said third time's a charm
Mm-hmm.
because I got it
Mm-hmm.
on the third time. So, yeah, this was just really good. You were encouraging me, and you used this expression when I did achieve the goal. I got a basket,
Mm-hmm.
so it felt very good, very interactive, also very quick. We could move back and forth quickly with this.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. So, Michelle, was there another episode that our listeners should check out before we finish up?
Yes, we had a lot of fun with this one. This was All Ears English, just crickets. What to say when no one responds.
That was a really fun episode, right?
Yes, yes,
Really captures a very human feeling that we all
yes.
experience at some point in our lives. So check it out. Check out that episode, guys, and hit follow while you're at it. Hit that follow button to make sure that All Ears English just drops right into your listening queue 5 days a week. What's the takeaway today, Michelle?
Guys, use these to encourage people or to show a little bit of vulnerability
Yeah.
when talking about yourself and just being real with people. That's what's gonna get that connection flowing. You can even use this to yourself. I mean, if you're trying to open your key, or where I am right now, there's just a code to press, and
Right.
every once in a while, you press. Oh, or what about Lindsay when you're at a hotel and they have the key card and you
Oh,
put it in and it comes
yeah.
up red and then you put it in again and then you have that moment where you think,
Oh,
uh-oh, and then you
yes.
get it on the third time and you say, oh, third time's a charm. So it's just
Yeah.
this is a very common expression. So
Yeah.
it'll come up, you'll hear it, and it's just kind of a fun thing to say.
It's true. There are a lot of these little moments, and this is what I love when we bring it back to connection. Every
Mhm.
single one of our listeners is going to be able to relate to these moments.
Yeah.
Moments when you try to put the key card in, doesn't work,
Yeah.
doesn't work, doesn't work. So we can go through life just cursing those moments, right? And being upset and frustrated or bitter. Or we can say something like, third time's a charm, and then just
Have a
keep
little
rolling
humor.
with our day. And
Yeah.
my guess is at the end of the day, you'll be happier if you err on the side of say something positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
So we'll leave it at that, Michelle. All right.
All
Well,
right.
I'll see you soon. You have a
All
good day.
right.
All
You
right.
too. Bye, Lindsay.
Okay. Take care. Bye.